In this episode and the next, I'll be looking at the limitations of words and why I choose numbers. There are two areas where words fail us. The limitation of words fail us in trying to 1. Describe high dimensions, and 2. Having the lack of schemas. In this part 1, I'll be looking at how higher dimensions can not fully communicate concepts and ideas due to limitations of our words and concepts trapped in our three-dimensional world. This is our imaginary two-dimensional world called Flatland. The Flatlanders have right and left and up and down, but they are not three-dimensional. We have Mr. Triangle here, Mr. Square, Miss Pentagon and Mr. Circle. They meet at a central plaza to have a bit of a chat and talk about the spiritual world. Afterwards, they go back home to rest for the night. One night, Mr. Square cannot sleep, so decides to go to the plaza. However, a friendly sticky tape from the three-dimensional world sees Mr. Square and says, "Hello, how are you?" Now Mr. Square is frightened. As there is no height in Flatland, Mr. Square hears a faint voice from within himself. Mr. Square looks around and sees nothing. He says, "I can hardly hear you." So sticky tape gets closer and Mr. Square gets worried because now he can hear a louder voice from within himself asking, "Where are you?" Sticky tape says, "But I'm here." Mr. Square asks, "Can you show yourself?" So three-dimensional sticky tape decides to go through Mr. Square's two-dimensional Flatland. Mr. Square sees a mysterious circle appear in front of him that gradually changes shape for about 3 seconds, then disappears. Mr. Square is worried, but now decides to go back to sleep. The next day, Mr. Square meets with his friends at the plaza and talks to them about his spiritual experiences. Mr. Square tells them that he saw a three-dimensional spirit. His friends ask where. Mr. Square responds, "I'm not sure. It wasn't up or down. It wasn't left or right. It was just there." His friends thought he had gone nuts, and eventually they went back home. The next night, Miss Pentagon can't go to sleep, so she goes to the plaza. Once again, the friendly three-dimensional sticky tape sees Miss Pentagon and says, "How are you? How are you going?" Miss Pentagon gets worried because she sees nothing up or down and nothing to her left or right. She says, "Show yourself." This time the three-dimensional sticky tape goes through the two-dimensional Flatland long ways. Miss Pentagon sees a dot come from nowhere, then changes to a line, to a rectangle, a larger rectangle, then it disappears. Miss Pentagon finally goes back home shaken. The next day, she meets with her friends at the plaza again, and she talks about her spiritual experience with sticky tape. Miss Pentagon tells the group that she saw the three-dimensional spiritual being, sticky tape, and tells Mr. Square that it was nothing like you said. You said you saw a mysterious circle that changes shape for 3 seconds. You are wrong. I saw a dot come from nowhere, then changes to a line, to a rectangle, a large rectangle, then it disappears. Now Mr. Square and Miss Pentagon are arguing, and Miss Triangle and Mr. Circle are now confused.